Hey everybody, welcome to a Cricut Craft tutorial. Today we are going to make a candle holder using a mason jar and spray paint. So we are going to make it fall themed, so we're going to use a leaf silhouette. So all I did was went to Google. I'm just going to go to images and find a leaf that I like. And you can use whatever kind of leaf you want. You can even use one that maybe has a little space in it. Just depends on the style that you're going for. I think I'm going to use this one. I like that one. So all we're going to do is save the image as, I'm just going to save it as leaf into my Cricut folder. And then I'm going to go over here into Design Space. I'm going to upload it. Click Upload Image and Browse to find it. And then you're just going to find it in your folder. And I'm just going to use that one. It is simple. There's no colors or anything like that, so we'll just click Continue. This one we won't have to clean up because the background is already gone. So all we have to do is click Continue again, and then you want to save it on the right side where it is a cut file. So we'll just go ahead and save that. We're going to want to make sure that you have measured your mason jar and you know about how much space you have for your leaf. I've got about 2.5 inches. I may make it a little bit smaller just because of the style of this leaf. So we're just going to go ahead and insert our image. And it's going to be pretty big. So all I'm going to do is right here, I'm just going to change the width to 5 inches for now just so we can see it. And then I'm going to reduce that size quite a bit. I think I'm going to go with about 2 inches on my leaf. And all we're going to do is click Make It. This part's super simple, and you can do these types of things with some of those scraps that you've been saving of your vinyl because it doesn't take a lot and you're just going to peel it off anyways. So let's go ahead and get this cut out, and when we come back I will show you how to put it on the jar. Before we put the vinyl on, we're going to go ahead and clean our jar. We're going to use just some rubbing alcohol. You do this so that your vinyl adheres better, and it's also going to help that paint stick. So you just want to take a paper towel or a rag and just wipe your surface. And you'd want to do this with pretty much all of your vinyl projects because it will give it a nice clean surface. So we're just going to let that dry for a second. And all I did was just I cut out my leaf in just some random color that I had a bunch of, stuck it on my transfer tape, and then there's my leaf. Now this jar, it's a cheaper one, so it has seams. I don't know if you guys can see those, and it does have some imperfections. So I want to make sure that I don't put my leaf on the seams because I don't want those to show. So we're just going to kind of lay our leaf wherever we kind of think we want it. I think that's a pretty decent spot. And just like you do when you apply any vinyl, you just want to make sure you put it on really good and make sure there's no bubbles around the edges. It doesn't matter on this style if you have bubbles in the center part, but you don't want them on the edges, and you want to make sure that you press it down really, really well. So then you can just take your transfer tape off, and I don't know how well you can see, but there is a bubble in the center of mine, and I actually think it might be more of an imperfection in the glass, but that's okay. So we're just going to make sure that this is pressed down really well, and I'm going to go ahead and rub it one more time with some alcohol, and I'm just going to use the same sheet I used, and I'm just going to do that so that it makes sure that all that hand oil isn't all over it, because I really did finger this one to press that down. So once you've got it pressed down, we're going to go outside and we can get ready to paint. We're ready to paint. So all I did was get this stained glass summer green by Krylon, and it makes it sort of see-through. So make sure you shake your can really well before you use it. And then you want to do really, really light coats with this stuff. So you just want to do like a couple light sprays on one side, and then you can move around to the other. On mine, I like to make sure that I get the bottom and are all around the rim so that it's fully covered. But you're going to have to do this in a couple of different layers. If you don't, you're going to end up with bubbles and streaks. So when we come back, we should have this fully coated, and we will be able to put a candle in and show you what it looks like. We've let it dry, and now we're going to go ahead and peel off the vinyl because that is the part we don't want, and that should, with any luck, have come out clear. The one thing I will say is that you're probably not going to be able to see it real well on the video until I put the candle inside, and for whatever reason this vinyl is just evil, and it rips every time I do this, but that's okay because it's coming off, so it doesn't matter, so you're not going to need to reuse it.
And I did use, this is a permanent vinyl. It was what I had in scrap. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but we'll definitely throw something in there. Let me pick this up to do this. I'll put something in there so you guys can see it a little bit better, because it's a little bit hard to see on the video. So let me grab a white sheet of paper over here. And this way you guys should be able to see it a little bit better, that it's clear. See, there's your leaf. Now what you're going to do is you can just use a regular candle, or you can use, I'm just going to use a battery powered one, and I'll turn the light off here for you guys so you can see this. I'm just going to drop the battery powered candle on in. Let me turn off a couple lights so y'all can see. Now for this one I would probably get a taller candle, and I might, because if you get a taller candle it's going to show up better. This candle was what I could find. But you could honestly do this with like fairy lights, or you could fill it with something if you wanted to. I've done lots of different types of versions of this. I'm not loving that height of the candle, but there's a lot you can do with these. Let me take this candle out since it's not really showing you guys very well. But this is fun to fill with like the white foam beads. You could fill it with acorns, would look really cute. Anything that would make the clear part show up would be very, very cute in these. These are great for pretty much every holiday. You can use them for birthdays. The worst part is the spray paint. I did probably, that's a good like 7 coats on that, and you just do really light coats over and over and over again, and you just let it dry for a couple minutes between each coat. So it's not terrible, but it does take a little bit of time. If you guys have any questions about this craft, please let me know down below. I am always happy to answer those for you. If you're looking for a tutorial, also let me know that down below. I am always happy to make you guys new tutorials. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos all the time. And make sure you hit that bell icon because I post videos constantly, and that will tell you when I post a new one. Have a great day.